This guy reminds me of Mac from Worth a Buy. He's got a Scottish kind of affect. I'm not quite sure if he is, so apologies if you are not just Dave, but he has not put out a video in a while, and I like his style of content. And so here he says, was I wrong about Star Citizen? What should you spend for 3.17 and 2022? Let us check it out. It's been a while since I've seen any content from him. And I've always dig this guy's content. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage. He's got the Elite Expeditionary.
Oh, 7, and welcome back to the channel. So first up, I obviously have to address the elephant in the room and apologise for not uploading in what seems to be a light year or 3. As some of you will know, I got a big promotion at work and I had to focus on my career for a while. But we're back, baby! And time is on my side for once, so I want to get back to making crappy videos for you all to watch. And today I want to discuss a hot topic in the world of Star Citizen. Something that I've discussed before and probably will again. And that is the dreaded barrier of entry. And the money you either have to or don't have to spend. A fanatical topic where the staunchest citizens are defensive to the very, very end. And the haters simply take pleasure in attacking both the game and its loyal fan base while not having a clue what they're talking about. And then we have someone like me who just enjoys the game for what it is and doesn't really get involved in that crap. But
You mean a rational citizen? Like, that is something that is very rare, and I appreciate that, right? Somebody who's constructive in their criticism, and also entertaining at the same time. Yeah, like, that's why I dig this dude, like, I don't like people that are, like, completely white knight, and I don't like people that are completely naysayers. It's always, like, the truth is in the middle. I'm tired of this crazy polarity that's happening, and it's not just Star Citizen. It's reflective in the entire world, like what's happening in the world today. Like, it's so easy to gravitate towards one or the other, but like I tend to like people that are rooted somewhere, like, rationally between the two, and it seems like there's not a lot of people out there like that.
But in particular, I want to discuss whether I was actually wrong about not needing anything more than the Aurora MR. Now, my stance about the cash shop is particularly well known by now. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the ship pricing. I don't agree with the limited availability of ships, which is done purely to introduce artificial scarcity.
Artificial scarcity, which is what they do. On the other hand, like, when they do that, what they're doing is they're increasing their revenue, which does support the project. But yeah, I absolutely do agree with them. I don't know what it would do if they didn't do that and limited it. Like, would there be an issue? Like, some people's arguments are like, well, if they got rid of that and they just let people buy any concept or ship that was out there without putting a limiter on it, and it didn't create that artificial scarcity, are there going to be too many of one ship in the game? And I don't think so. Like, I don't think that's an issue personally, because you have one player with multiple ships in their hangar. Who's to say that they're always going to spawn one particular type of ship? You know what I'm saying? Plus, when you get to buy the ships in game, that's going to be another thing that's not going to be an issue in terms of that argument that I hear. That's kind of like the counter argument to the artificial scarcity thing. But yeah, I get where he's coming from. And lately, I feel like Cloud Imperium has been getting a little greedy, like with their pricing. We talked about the Cutlass Steel, like very aptly named, which was way too high priced. Hell, we were just talking about the newest design and how we didn't want to see that it was going to be over $200, but it probably will. And their pricing structure, I would definitely question. That.
But you
don't have to buy it
to appeal to.
Expanse is $150. Wow, good, bingo, good. So that's. Remember that conversation we had, bingo, last week, or was it the week before last? We were talking about that, and we were worried that they were going to jack that up over 200. And but I'm glad to see that they did not. So that's good. So hopefully they're listening, hopefully they're listening. That's good.
To your fear of missing out. I think it's a crappy tactic to use, and I've never been shy about that. And my stance on that will never, ever change. So, it will come to a surprise to some people that I actually did break my stance and bought 2 ships during IAE. I bought a Prospector and an MSR. And I did it for the total cost of around, I think it was £140. Now I'm lucky in the fact that I have a lot of referrals and therefore a few ships gifted to me by CIG by the way of the reward scheme. One of which...
Oh my God, he bought an MSR. I'm going to have to think lower of him. No, just teasing. You know what I don't like is that when you rent the Prospector in game currently, you cannot put different attachments on. You cannot put different heads on for mining. That's something I definitely want to have Cloud Imperium look at. Because it defeats the purpose of renting the ship, because then you're talking about like credits per hour gets all fucking out of whack because you can't mine the good shit. And I think that if you take the time to grind to rent the Prospector, that you should also be able to put different attachments on. I see that and hear that all the time in general chat when I'm playing Star Citizen. And, you got a lot of people that are new to the game that are grinding their way towards the Prospector, don't realize it. They get the Prospector, then they can't put the heads on, and they get pissed off that they can't put the heads on. So we should... Crona says he's a pink knight. The mining gadgets will slightly
a well-known
right.
and well-loved combat ship. A ship that I actually quite liked flying. But there is one slight problem. I suck at combat. I died so easily to just the littlest, easiest thing. I mean, I was able to put up about as much defense as Chris Rock when he got slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars. So I part-X'd it, got 90 quid, and away we went. Now, sure, Chris Rock's going to get far more than 90 quid from Will Smith, let's face it. But 90 quid's 90 quid. Now, I also part-X'd in the Dragonfly hoverbike we got a while ago, because I was about as much use on that as I was on the Gladius. Now mix that with the token that I got from Bad Panda from my Discord, link is in the description, to go from a Prospector to a Taurus for $5, and then from a Taurus to a Warbond MSR meant that I didn't really have to spend that much at all. But I digress. Now, I have always said that you don't need anything more than the base Aurora MR to get started in the game. Now, I have also said that you need nothing more than a pack of Kleenex, your right hand or left, no judgment, and a phone to have fun. But I might have been wrong then as well, because Kleenex runs out and then you just have a mess. So, do I still stand by that? Well, obviously the Kleenex, no. But for the game, yes, but with a caveat. I mean, I'm special, I'm a snowflake, so only if, unlike me, you have time to play the game regularly.
Thank you, St. Grizz is here. Thank you so much, man. Did a little polka with Jared right there. Man, Anarchy's been busy. Anarchy's had a lot of time, so he's been doing some work. That was an interesting alert. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know what we have in the teens when it comes to like the different alerts, because we don't get tipped a lot in the 10 through 20 range, but I'm sure that there's a few different ones. I haven't seen that one in like ages. Thank you, Grizz. Appreciate you, bro. So for me,
my game time is severely reduced compared to when I started this channel. I could game for hours every single day, where now I'm lucky if I get hours in a week. I mean, it's really sad, to be fair. Let's face it. I played more in one day back then than I do in a week now, which is just pathetic. But hey-ho, such is life. A man's got to work. I got bills to pay, especially after those energy price increases and the petrol price increase. Thanks, Putin, you douche. So, when you first start out with the Aurora, it's cool. You do delivery missions, basic combat missions, explore a little, learn the game, do weird missions, the ones where you gotta go and scan some thing in the universe and kill the nasty boxes floating around in space.
Oh no, Grizz.
I don't know what mission it is, but I've done it, and it was rubbish. All the while learning the game and slowly building up your credits, until you can actually afford to buy a bigger, better ship. For me, that is always the Prospector, because I love mining. That's how I like to make my money in game. I got into mining watching Down to Earth Astronomy's videos on Elite Dangerous mining. And then I mined in Elite Dangerous. And again, when he came over here, I watched his mine over here. And then I just had to try it.
Oh, snap. Thank you, Hammer Dookie. Thank you.
Let's see what this does.
I love my Walter White personality, multiverse, fucking DG Walter White. A lot of people say, hey, DG, when you put your goatee going on, when you're growing that goatee out, you do kind of got that Walter White vibe. Thank you very much. I just need that fucking hat. I need that like fedora, you know what I mean? Or bolo.
It's just what I enjoy doing. So for me, in my situation, the money I spent was...
Defcon says, I love your videos, DG. Really enjoy your content. I'm taking a break from SC for a while, though. I'm obsessed with Elden Ring for now. Oh, Elden Ring looks great. Can't wait. I'm going to buy that, Defcon. Like, totally look forward to that. Maybe in a few patches, things will work properly and I'll start. But, oh, we do a lot more than just Star Citizen content, by the way, Defcon, on the channel. So, and also on the stream. Like, you know... we're all over the place in terms of our content because like we just go based off of what the community likes as community inspired content here on the channel, bro. So don't worry, it's not just Star Citizen.
Well worth it. I have a full mining setup ready to go every time we have a wipe, and you better believe there are more coming. Pez. To get me back into the game, making money the way I enjoy doing it as quickly as I can. Quant mining is my favorite thing to do in game.
Okay.
It's not for everyone, but I enjoy the heck out of it.
Yeah.
And you cannot do that in a rented ship.
No.
For me to get this far from my Titan starter pack would mean saving for the Prospector and then hiring a cargo ship until I could afford the price to buy one, which would likely be the Freelancer Max, purely based off its price because there's not really any other reason I would want to get one, and then start saving for the other ships that I want to fly around in, like a Connie Phoenix or... an MSR if I hadn't bought one, or an Ion, or an Inferno, when they eventually make it into the game. I'm talking to you, CIG. I can't wait to fly an Inferno with a big gun flying off the front, acting like it's a penis. Make it happen!
What?
But seriously, I've saved vital hours by paying a little bit of money up front. However, I do still believe that the game needs nothing more than the starter pack to get you in and get you going. That is still very much true. I suppose it just comes down to what time you have available and just how valuable that time is for you. For me personally, I have my job, I have my business still, I have my studies, I have a wife, I have a daughter, and when I can, I have this channel to talk to you fine people. It's just not feasible for me to start on an Aurora MR or a Titan, just certainly not with how I like to play. Now, having said that, do I see myself buying more ships for real-world money? Not likely. I just cannot justify paying the prices that...
Yeah, they're made by MISC, Chrono. Like, all of them are made by MISC. If you want to see that, it's already in-game. Any MISC ship will do, Chrono.
IG charge for these ships. The only reason I got the ones I did was because I got them cheap, and my missus was okay with that. If I try and buy something like an Odyssey, trust me... I am sleeping on the sofa for a light year. So, was I wrong about Star Citizen and its barrier of entry? Yes and no. As I've said, for someone like me with very little time, yes, I was absolutely wrong. The minimum, bare minimum I would recommend would be a Cutlass Black. Or even a Prospector if you just want to mine. But for someone who has the time and enjoys things like combat, delivery missions, a little bit of exploration... just doing other different things, then no. I was still correct in my initial belief and my initial stance that you can get all this with the Aurora MR or a Titan, which would actually be the preferred option. It would just take you a lot longer than someone like me who spent a little bit of money up front. So there we have it.
Yep.
I was right and I was wrong. See, and this sounds like a marriage now because I'm always convinced I'm right and my wife's always convinced I'm wrong. I'm usually one or the other. Never
like
both.
This, dude.
Certainly at the same time. However, there we have it. So until next time, you fine people, and I have missed saying this, I have been Just Dave, reminding you all
I hope
to
he
be
makes
good.
more. Yeah.
And if you can't be good, be dangerous.
I think he got that from us, just saying. I'm just gonna say it. I think you got that from us, Dave. But okay, like if you didn't, bravo to you, dude, because we love the danger here. We absolutely love the danger. So, here's the thing. I'm gonna like that. How am I not subscribed to him? I know I subscribed, and then look, I gotta subscribe yet again. See, this is the shit that YouTube does, man. It's ridiculous. I know for a fact I'm subscribed to him, and then boom, kicked me out, and I gotta subscribe to him again. Only 3,500 subscribers. Definitely like Just Dave's content. He does remind me a lot of Mac from Worth a Buy. And he's just a really real dude, very genuine. Go over there, check him out. When I throw this on YouTube as a highlight, go down to my description, go over there, give us some DG360 love. Guy deserves it. And I hope he's going to start making content on the regular again. Very well done video. Great opinions, and wholeheartedly agree with the man.